Very good evening. You're watching 7 Live. I'm Nabila Jamal taking you through all the top 7 news. Let's start with the headlines first. Big win for Hindu side in Gyanvapi legal battle. Varanasi court admits Hindu side's plea, says Hindu side's plea is now maintainable under court of law. The next hearing on September 22nd. Har Har Mahadev chants right outside the Varanasi court as the Hindu side rejoices. Muslim side plea has been rejected. The Anjuman-e-Islam all set to move the Allahabad High Court against the district court's verdict. India Today exclusive scoop on Ayodhya Mandir. The idol of Ram Lalla will be installed in the Sanctum Sanctorium on the Makar Sankranti, January 2024, the election year. Showdown over the Congress tweet showing RSS shots on fire. BJP hits back, says Congress too will be reduced to ashes soon. Amid growing chorus for CBI investigation in Sonali Phogat's murder case, Goa government finally gives in. Chief Minister Pramod Sawant recommends a CBI probe, says that family's demands will be fulfilled. Delhi Police's Economic Offences Wing issues a second summons to Jacqueline Fernandez. The actor escaped summons today in connection with the 200 crore Sukesh Chandrasekhar con scandal. The second summons that she's missed. India's squad of 15 players for upcoming T20 World Cup has been announced. Jasprit Bumrah returns after an injury, while Shami, Shreyas, Ravi Bishnoi and Deepak Chahar named as standby players. Now, starting with the city of Bengaluru, Silicon Valley, post the heavy flooding that literally inundated most parts of the city, the BBMP civic body has finally begun to act. As they wake up now to a rude shock, seeing the city in doldrums, the BBMP now on a demolition drive across the length and breadth of Bengaluru city, especially across buildings that have encroached on stormwater drains. City's municipal body has in fact issued a notice. These illegal structures in particularly locations including Gopalan International School, Ragam Supermarket, AECS layout, all carried out today. Meanwhile, Chief Minister Basaraj Bommai has said that recent floods has affected not only the IT/BT companies and workers, but also the common man. Houses in low-lying areas too have faced problems, and therefore work on removal of all of these encroachments will be completed. Congress leader Priyank Kharge has attacked the Bombay government, accusing it of raising down houses of common man and not big villas. Remember, even as the BBMP is now attempting to crack down on many of these villas, it appears that a few areas along the IT sector have been untouched. Despite it being encroached upon, it appears that the BBMP has spared many of the high and mighty who own properties at the IT hub. Let me cut across to Bombay, though, who spoke on this.
Have you noticed something about the demolition drive? The demolition drive is only for the lower middle class people. What happened to the villas? Why haven't they been notified? Where is the, they wanted to bring that bulldozer Raj, right? The UP model. What happened to the UP model now? Where is it now? As soon as it comes to the rich, as it comes to the affluent, the bulldozer just dies down.
All right, now, as much as we saw the flooding really bothering the commoners of Bengaluru, we saw a political slugfest while the Congress targeted BJP MP Tejasvi Surya extensively for having a masala dosa at a restaurant while his own constituency was completely flooded. Now, in return, the Congress party has gone a step ahead and sent Tejasvi Surya at least 10 masala dosas so he can indulge and be happy with it. Let's take a quick look at what transpired.
Crisp, hot dosas. India's favorite breakfast is now in the midst of a massive political controversy. And unsurprisingly, it's in Karnataka. While Bengalurians are demanding answers on the poor infrastructure in their city, BJP and Congress are busy fighting it out over masala dosas. It all started with the Congress tweeting this video of BJP MP Tejasvi Surya eating dosas at a popular eatery in Bengaluru. The Congress claimed that while his constituency was drowning, Tejasvi was enjoying a good breakfast. Tejasvi did speak out eventually about the floods.
If the Congress party and a certain section of vested interests want to give an impression that all of Bangalore is flooded, when that is not the case, when only 5% of the Bellandur area was in effect, what do you want us to do? This is a conspiracy to defame Bangalore. This is a conspiracy to defame our government.
But the Dosa face-off peaked as the Congress staged a protest over the weekend, posing as Surya and enjoying dosas.
ತರ್ಪಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ನಮಗೂ ಅನುಮಾನ ಇದೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ನಗರದ ಕಚೇರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವಾಗೂ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಅವರು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ನಗರದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಳೆ ಬಂದು ಇವತ್ತು ಜನ ಸಂತ್ರಸ್ತರಾಗಿದ್ರು ಸಹ ಜನಗಳ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆನ ಅವರು ಆಲಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಕಚೇರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ನಗರದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರವಾಹ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು. ಅವ್ರು ಬರೀ ಬೇರೆ ಹೊರ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಸುತ್ತೋದು ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೇನಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಪಾಪ ಅವರಿಗೆ ದೋಸೆ ತಿನ್ನಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಮತ್ತೆ ಆಸೆ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇವತ್ತು ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾವು ಅವರ ಮನೆ ಕಚೇರಿ ಗಿರಿನಗರಕ್ಕೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಎನ್ಸೋ ಮೂಲಕ ಇವತ್ತು ಅಧಿಕೃತವಾಗಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ.
Those are the visuals coming in of farewell to Queen Elizabeth. India Today, as we're on top of this story, the Queen's farewell that is currently taking place at Edinburgh, Scotland. These are the live visuals that we're currently tracking. United Kingdom in mourning. The Queen's coffin there just arrives at Edinburgh while the country mourns the longest reigning monarch. Queen Elizabeth now gone. The royal family all gathered for the ceremony where they just about received the coffin and bid farewell to the Queen. A huge gathering there. These are live visuals that we're currently tracking as the country mourns. We see Queen Elizabeth's coffin that's just arrived and unveiled. In fact, the Queen's coffin has arrived at the royal residence of Edinburgh, just about 6 hours journey from Balmoral to Edinburgh. And we see visuals of King Charles leading the royal family into this procession as the Queen's coffin there taken from the palace to Edinburgh. All preparations on to bid final adieu. These are live visuals coming in of the final goodbye of the Queen, Queen Elizabeth, who's passed away at 96. The entire royal family there present as they just received the coffin of the Queen, and preparations that we see there in full swing as they finally bid adieu to the Queen. Members of the royal family there all in attendance, and public too who wish to pay their respects have all been asked to wait in queues. Hectic security there deployed across the venue in Edinburgh, Scotland. These are the live visuals that India Today is tracking. Our reporters there joining us in just a bit, but the live visuals that we see of the Queen, her coffin there that's just arrived with the royal family accepting it, and then the country prepares to bid final adieu to the Queen. a big farewell to Queen Elizabeth. As we see, the coffin has just arrived and the royal family in full attendance to bid goodbye. The procession will be on from the palace all the way up to the cathedral. In fact, the senior members of the royal family there, including the king himself, King Charles, leading this memorial. National mourning for United Kingdom, just days after the Queen has passed away. In fact, King Charles and the royal family collectively expressing their deepest sympathy on behalf of the city as they just accept the coffin and get ready to bid final adieu to the longest reigning monarch. We saw a little earlier thousands of people there already lined up on the streets of Edinburgh as King Charles, all his siblings, follow the Queen's coffin up to the Royal Mile. Should I? Yeah, tell me because I don't. The Queen there will lie at rest in that cathedral until tomorrow, allowing for members of the public also to pay their last respects. As you see, the country there mourns the Queen's death. The Queen's coffin made the 175-mile journey from Balmoral to the palace in Edinburgh on Sunday, and today we see the coffin has just arrived. The entire nation there waiting to bid final goodbye to the Queen. All right, shifting our focus back to what's happening in Gyanvapi. It appears that this has been a huge day of celebration for the Hindu side as their plea has been upheld in the district court of Varanasi. The court has said that those petitioners will now see a way forward in this case. The hearing will be taken up on the 22nd of September, and it appears the survey report, which was all sealed, the survey done by the ASI that was sealed and kept in a cover, will now be scrutinized going forward. Let's take a look at what transpired today.
Big win for the Hindu side in Gyanvapi case. Jubilant scenes and Har Har Mahadev chants broke out in the Varanasi district court premises. Soon after, the court upheld the maintainability of a plea by the Hindu side for daily worship of deities on outer wall of the Gyanvapi mosque.
हिंदू पक्ष में आया है, हम सबको खुशी है। आज काशी बम बम बोल रहा है।
सर्वे के दिन हमने यह कहा था कि बाबा मिल गए। आज का विजय का उत्सव जो है, यह काशी विश्वनाथ के शिलान्यास का बीजारोपण का यह प्रथम दिन होगा।
landmark order paves the way for hearing on the plea to worship Mata Shringar Gauri, a key demand of Hindus. It also opens up hearing on the findings of the survey, which unearthed an alleged shivling, Trishul marks and other Hindu relics inside the mosque.
बड़ी जीत है, इतनी बड़ी जीत है कि आज बाबा भोलेनाथ की कृपा से सब कुछ जो हमने कहा था सब मान लिया गया और मैं समझता हूँ बाबा भोलेनाथ का भव्य मंदिर बनने का मार्ग प्रशस्त हो गया है। कोर्ट ने हमारे सारे आर्गुमेंट्स को मान लिया है, मुस्लिम पक्ष की एप्लीकेशन रिजेक्ट कर दी है, प्लेसेस ऑफ वर्शिप एक्ट की उनकी जो प्ली थी उसको खारिज कर दिया है, वक्फ एक्ट की प्ली को खारिज कर दिया है।
The court found no merit in the Muslim side's plea that the petition for worship is barred by the Shrines Act. The Muslim side is readying for battle in higher courts.
फैसला न्यायोचित नहीं लग रहा।
नहीं, ये फैसला, ये ऑर्डर उनका न्यायोचित नहीं, फैसला नहीं, ऑर्डर।
हाँ, उसी ऑर्डर
उस एप्लीकेशन पर जो भी ऑर्डर किया वो न्यायोचित नहीं है, वो न्याय संगत नहीं है। लेकिन जज साहब ने अपने विवेक से फैसला लिया, हम उसका मान्य करते हैं।
The BJP welcomed the court order, hailing it a huge victory for Astha of Hindus after centuries. The AIMIM chief declared the verdict will have a destabilizing effect.
विश्वनाथ मंदिर और श्रृंगार गौरी माता के मंदिर मामले की जो सुनवाई चल रही थी, जिसमें न्यायालय ने इस सुनवाई को सुनने योग्य माना है, इसका मैं स्वागत करता हूं।
This will have more problems will be created, a destabilizing effect can happen in India. The whole purpose of 91 Act is failing then.
The legal battle for the complex will now focus on the right to worship at Gyanvapi based on merit of arguments. But the first round has gone to the Hindu side. With Anisha Mathur and Samarth Srivastav in Varanasi, Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, the Congress has launched a scathing attack on Union Minister Smriti Irani. In fact, fact-checks her and then says that she is propagating lies. So why this all happened? Smriti Irani just 2 days ago had attacked Rahul Gandhi for ignoring Swami Vivekananda, and she was addressing a gathering at the Bharatiya Janata Party's Jana Sampadna, where she accused Congress's Rahul Gandhi for ignoring Swami Vivekananda while launching his party's Bharat Jodo Yatra, all the way from Kanyakumari. She says that he did not even visit Swami Vivekananda at that point, the statue of Swami Vivekananda. Now, soon after, the Congress came out to fact-check the Union Minister and condemned her for propagating lies. That's the words, those are the words that the Congress has used. In fact, Congress leader V.V. Srinivas has taken a dig at the Union Minister. Taking to Twitter, Srinivas has called her a liar and that she should be ashamed of spreading false news. Several other Congress leaders, including Manikam Tagore, Pawan Khera and former Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Digvijay Singh, have all attacked Smriti Irani over her remarks, expressing disappointment. Digvijay Singh says she must apologize.
जो घोटाले में फंसी हुई हैं, बुरी तरीके से फंसी हुई हैं, जो तथ्य सब सामने आए हुए हैं और जिनको सच बोलने की कभी आदत ही नहीं है हमारे प्रधानमंत्री के माफिक। एक प्रधानमंत्री की बीमारी अपने कैबिनेट सहयोगियों में भी फैल गई है। प्रधानमंत्री की बीमारी ये है, वो गलती से सच नहीं बोल सकते।
Fact check segment. This is the image that you see here that's masquerading as the truth, gone viral, showing as if the theatres that's playing the movie Brahmastra is fully empty. Well, India Today fact checks this, and this, we believe, is a 13-year-old picture from a theatre in Argentina. So it's false claim.